perform the State Board Permanent Wave application. You'll have 20 minutes to complete this. So first we're going to set up. We'll have our 3 towels, our SMA, blue paper. We'll have our rat tail comb. You'll have 9 clippies. I've already pre-sectioned mine. You guys won't pre-section yours. I just did this to save time. So you'll have your 9 clippies here. Your plastic cape. Pair of gloves. Your soiled linen bag. You'll have 2 cotton coils. You'll have 2 cotton balls. You'll have 6 perm rods. You'll have your 3 cards. One is going to be your client record card, your first aid kit, and your safety data sheet. You'll have your end papers. You'll have your trash bag. And you'll also have your clean container, your soiled container, and your disinfectant solution. And of course, your mannequin head. Okay. You will also have your water bottle, your cuppy that is labeled with protective cream. You'll have your simulated chemical waving solution and your simulated neutralizer. Okay, labels always facing towards you, so you know what you're using. And everything that touches the client will be on your SMA. Okay. So to begin, now is when you will wash your hands. So I would go wash my hands with soap and water, come back. You're going to double drink your client. Make sure not to let the towels touch your uniform, because we want to keep the towels clean. Okay. And now we'll use our plastic cape. Or our chemical cape. Same thing. Tie it nice and tight so it doesn't fall down. Okay. Now is the time that you would section the doll head into 9 sections. So I've already done that. And now I'm going to wrap 6 rods. So you can choose any section. My recommendation would be to choose the back middle section. I think it's the easiest one to wrap. And we're going to make it the width and the length of the rod. So it's actually going to be just under the length. There's little circles on the rod. I always say go on the inside of the 2 circles for the length. So just under the length of the rod, and the diameter or width of the rod is how much the subsections should be. So we only need to wrap 6. Make sure the hair is very wet. That helps the end paper stick. But you don't want it to be dripping on the floor, because State Board, that would be a problem. So we're going to wrap 6. We're going to comb the hair up to a 90-degree angle. I suggest using the 2 end paper method One on top, one on the bottom. You're going to go just past the hair so that the hair has room to swell if we were to put a real perm solution on it. And then we'll wrap downwards in a crokinole style wrap. And the band needs to not be winded up, and it needs to be on the outside facing you, not on the root. So we bring the ends, we put the ends in the end paper, we bring the end paper a little bit past the ends to avoid fish hooks, and we don't put the bands on the root to avoid band lines. You'll see the lines when you take the perm out. We don't want to see anything like that. So here's the second one. Going a little bit past the ends. Don't want to get any fish hooks because during state board, at one point, the proctor or the examiner will come over and they'll unwrap one rod and make sure that there's no fish hooks. So for my students, when I test you for state board practice, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be coming around and checking one of your rods for fish hooks. This is the third one. Let go again of the band so it's not wound up. You want it to be perfectly straight and the band facing you on the outside. Make sure to comb the hair really well. Fast, since you only have 20 minutes. That includes setup, sectioning, draping, wrapping 6, neutralizing, wavy motion, rinsing, everything, and cleanup. So even though you only have to wrap 6, you still need to move pretty fast. Okay, so we'll line that one down. Now with the extra hair that's left over from that section, once you've hit 6 rods, that's it. You don't need to get another 1 or 2 because there's still some hair hanging down from that section. All you have to do is clip that hair up. Okay, so I'm just going to clip it into the section below. Nothing fancy because we don't want to take a lot of time on this, but we just do want to show that the hair is controlled. Okay, so there are my 6. Okay, so now that I've applied this, or wrapped the 6 rods, we're going to apply protective cream to the hairline. So we're going to apply it to the entire hairline. You don't need to have your gloves on yet because we're not touching the chemicals quite yet. Just want to put the gloves on before touching the chemicals. So for now, don't need them on, but this is going to go around the entire hairline. Okay. This is trash. Now we're going to put the first cotton coil on. This too will go around the entire hairline. Even though we're only doing one section, we're going to put the cotton around the entire hairline. So now I'm going to put on my gloves because we will be applying the waving lotion. The way we're going to apply it is it's going to go twice, once on the top and once on the bottom of each rod. And we will be following each rod with I'll come over. I'm recording a video right now. I'll come over in a minute, sorry. Okay, so we're going to apply the chemical waving solution. Follow it with a cotton ball underneath. So one's on the top, one's on the bottom. Top, bottom. Top, bottom. Top, bottom. Top, bottom. Top, bottom. Okay. So this is trash. So now we're going to, we don't need to wait any amount of time. We're just going to now remove the cotton immediately. Throw it away. And we are going to do a test curl. So you can pick any rod. I'm just going to pick the very top one. You unwind it 2 to 3 times, and you just loosen it up a couple times. You want to see that there is a S pattern. There is. Okay, great. That's it. And now I close it. That was the test curl. Okay. Now I am going to rinse. I'm going to actually take the mannequin to the shampoo bowl and rinse. You don't need to rinse for 5 minutes, but what I do want you to do, since you're supposed to be using tepid water, oh, could somebody bring me a towel, please? Is I want you to keep your fingers in the water. That shows that you're testing the water temperature. And you only need to rinse that section. We don't need to rinse for a full 5 minutes like we would in real life. Just like that is fine. And then we're gonna take our towel, blot the perm rods, and carry it back to your station. Make sure to take the towel back with you. So then you're going to put your mannequin head back on the stand. You'll put your towel that you just used in the soiled linen bag. And now we are going to apply cotton again. The protective cream is still on there. So So we apply our second cotton coil. And now we're going to apply the neutralizer in the same fashion. Make sure that you grab the bottle that says neutralizer. You always want to make sure that you're grabbing the correct bottle. And same thing, top, bottom, followed with a cotton ball underneath. Just on the 6 rods. Trash, the lid on. And again, you are going to immediately remove the cotton coil, throw that away, and you will take your towel with you and rinse once again. So keeping your fingers in the water to show that you're testing the temperature and using tepid water. Just rinse the 6 rods. Okay. Pull the towel over the client and go back to your station. Okay. So now you would take the rods out. You'll want to set them down, throw away the end papers. You can throw away your gloves. And at this point, you can undrape your client. Make sure to put everything in the soiled linen bag. And that would conclude the procedure.